simplify everything, to ground a decision in fact instead of asking whether that variable matters. Jonah LaHer. What number do you feel defined by?
Height 5'5".
On Instagram, I have 5,280 likes per average.
Number of schools 10.
Followers on Instagram 428.
Senior, age 17.
Number of pounds I can deadlift 185.
Height 6'1".
Are students defined by numbers?
I feel like there were certain times in high school where numbers would affect us.
I think students are more defined by numbers nowadays, especially because they're more concerned about what grades they get or what their GPA is or what rank they are. They're always asking me that when it didn't used to always be that way.
They buy into the numbers that surround them. You know, they're constantly distracted by the superficiality of social media
Or how much your parents make, or your grades or ACT scores as well going into college life. So at a certain point, yeah, I did feel like that.
They're worried about ACTs, they worry about all these different things and more pressure to get higher and higher scores. So I think more times nowadays they do worry more about the numbers than what they're actually getting out of it.
So they buy into that, how many likes and dislikes and how many people have retweeted their tweets or whatever.
We asked an adult various questions to see how she would respond. How much do you weigh?
I don't feel comfortable answering that.
What is your yearly income?
Probably $14,000.
Why are you hesitant when answering these questions?
Well, it doesn't really need to be public information. Like it really matters if other people know.
Do you think society is defined by numbers?
Yeah, probably. I think it's probably a social status thing, especially when it comes to like income or what you make, because then that depends on how much respect you get and all that. So it's kind of like a competition.
After interviewing students, we saw they were defined by numbers, their ACT score and their number of followers. After interviewing adults, we saw they were also defined by numbers, their weight and their income. Through this process of interviewing, we came to the conclusion that society has truly become defined by numbers. We lose a sense of ourselves as anything but a number and a rank, and start feeling bad if our numbers don't measure up to others. Alina Tungent. We allow these numbers to define who we are.
Those numbers don't correlate to either success or happiness. So people who didn't have great grades are often really happy and successful and have found something like joy in their job. And then you have just the flip, people who had great numbers are often dissatisfied. So there's not a correlation, but we act like there is. We act like the numbers are a predictor of future satisfaction.